everyone, welcome back to my channel at house number 24. I am Usha. Today I've come up with a garden video. So it's something to related to your terrace garden. So whoever comes to our house or they get to know that we have plants in our house, the common question is how we are going to manage and what is all you need it. And so that's the reason I wanted to share this with you guys, that what problems that we face in terrace garden and few solution that we figured out over the period with the experience and experimenting. So I thought I'll put up the video on this. So someone is really interested, want to have plants, want to have green in their life, can adopt some of this, so that it will help. At least one plant that you grow in your house will matter a lot. So these days it's very important for us to grow a greenery in our house and surrounding wherever that we get a place, because that's very important. It adds lot of values and good health, mental health and physical health for the ones who are dealing with the plants. So here the problems was, the first problem that we always had was like potting mix, like how to repot the plant, like when you get it from nursery and root bound plant and you're shifting baby plant to the bigger pots. What are the problems that we have? Like that is what I'm going to discuss completely in this video. So the first thing what we needed, so we need a place where we can go ahead and repot the plant and potting mix, and the plants which needs the repotting and the new pots. So first we have to get them done a day before, so that if you want to do all these things in one day, probably you may need some 4 to 5 hours. But if you break it in a small steps, like one day you decide what are the plants needs repotting and their new pots, okay, and the next day you can have prepare the potting mix. Potting mix is also available in the outside, you can buy them, or you can only prepare this potting mix. I have videos in my channel where you can buy the best cocopeat, vermicompost, or the pots that you're looking for. There is a playlist as a garden where you have my nursery visits, where you get the nice reasonable rate plants and other stuffs related to garden. Please check out, and I have given the link in the I button also. That will be helpful for you to buy the raw materials. So this way you can get everything done. And next, the place where you want to pot them, so again the cleaning becomes very fuzzy, that also takes lot of time. So here we are using one tarpaulin, spread it out. Even you can do this inside your house or a small balcony. We are doing in front of our main door, so that's how you can use the space wherever you have little space where you can sit. That's where you can start your potting. So all this is ready by the day before or the week that you're doing, and whenever you're free. Actually we are doing in the night, so that's where somewhere 11 o'clock everything was ready. So just spending 30 minutes would get our work done. So we did almost like 15 to 20 plants repotting. Somewhere new, some are root bounded plants. Some plants have broken their pots also, because they keep growing, so they need bigger space, so the pot was broken. So you can see here one by one with the pot we have it. So the first, when you select the pot, you should need a pebble or any shade net or coconut husk below. You have to spread it in the bottom where you have a drainage holes, so that the soil will not flow when you water them, or in the rainy season where the soil just flows out. So you can, this way you can stop the soil getting out from your pot, so like my husband is doing. And have a proper 2 set of gloves, because when you're dealing with your pots, you may have some kind of insects, or sometimes red soil may consist of few sharpened things which can damage your hands, so just have them. So later neatly take the plant out from the existing pot, not to damage the roots. Just remove the bottom soil, so that It will help the root to spread it out nicely in the newer pot. And potting mix should be very loose, nice, and with lot of nutrition in it. And having say right potting mix is very important. I'll put up the video on that, how you can prepare different soil for your vegetable gardening and ornamental plant. So that will be come up in the next series. So this is a ZZ plant where its pot is broken, if you see there. So we am taking it neatly, safely. Before taking, just press the pot so that soil is loose and nice, and where you can pull that, the plant will come out, not to damage the root. And repotting in a right season is also very important. You can repot them in the rainy season or the weather is cool and nice. If you do it in a summer season, make sure that you keep the plant away from direct sunlight. Give them some nice environment where it does not have any stress and tension. So at least a week, let them be there in that nice place. Monitor them, water them timely, and then you can shift to the place where it can be placed it. And one more thing, when you are selecting the pot from the existing pot, the another new pot should be a little bigger one, so that it can grow for at least an year or two in the same pot, and then you can shift them. So this is how you are going to pot them. And tap the pot when you are putting the potting soil so that no air pocket inside. Neatly tap and fill the media till the top, where you have 1 inch space in the top, so that when you water, the soil will not overflow out from your pot. Okay, so and then you will take the pot to the right place and water them thoroughly. This is a cutting again. So we had a cutting which is grown in the small pot, root bounded one. I'm shifting that into a nice bigger pot where it can grow. So see, drainage holes should be there for all the pot, and fill them with the proper pebbles or any coconut husk. You can fill them. Yeah, like this. And the potting mix should be nice, loose enough. Yeah, here I'm doing my anthurium plants. See, this is a root bounded plants, almost an year in this plant pot. Now I'm shifting that into a little bigger pot, so lightly removing the bottom soil. Now I'm putting all the potting mix, tabbing the pot. Make sure it is rightly positioned in the center of the pot. That is also very important. Yeah, and removing all the leaves, unwanted leaves, cutting out dry leaves, cleaning them properly when I'm repotting them. Yeah, this is how you can do it. Once you do this, and also you have to take care the necessary instructions or the precautions for certain plants. Like if you are handling with zabera plants, the crown is very important, where you have to not to cover the crown like that. So make sure that when you're repotting, just have a small or a brief a bit of knowledge how to pot them, so that it will not have any problems after you repot them. So that you take proper instructions, precautions before you potting them. One more important thing, when you get the new plant from nursery and the soil is not good, then what you can do is you can dip that particular plant in a bucket of water, loosen that soil, remove those for 10 or 15 minutes. If you leave it in that water, that soil will dissolve, so that roots are not damaged. Safely take out that plant and pot it in a new potting mix. Yeah, so that is one way to pot the nursery plant. A root bound plant, it's in good soil which you have given. So just remove the bottom soil, like how I'm showing here. I'm doing Calathea repotting. So you can see here I'm just clearing the bottom soil. That also I'm collecting in a tub, not putting in the down on toppling also, because that's where I can save the time. It's all about how you manage your work. So I'm taking into a new pot. This is how you can break down a bigger task in a nicer smaller steps, where it will help you to do more work in a less time. So this is how I manage 500 plus plants in this way. Sometimes even it gets busier for me also, but I do not want to stop or give up on my terrace garden. I just want to continue. So this is how I break down everything in a smaller steps and I manage it. Once you repot the plant, take it to a place where it can stay there for 3 or 4 days below a tree or a bigger plant, or somewhere it will not have straight striking sunlight. Place them and watering, I use water bottles, or you get now nice watering cans also. Water surrounding of the plant, not to water in one direction, so that you should be able to see the water draining out from the particular pot. It should flow out, so it will not form any air pockets inside the pot, and that should not create a problem in the future. So you should make sure that you water surroundingly circle wise the pot shape, so that water drains out from the pot. And once this is all done, monitor for 3 to 4 days, and if it is all fine, no stress seen, then shift the plant to the respective location where you want them to keep it. So this is how you can repot them and manage the potting of the plants in your terrace garden. I'll come up with other terrace problems and solutions in the series. I do have few videos in my channel. Please check out. If you like anything, like, share and subscribe. Stay connected. Till then, bye bye.